Hello Sagittarius and welcome to Positive Light Tarot. My name is Tracy. I am so happy that you are here with me this week. This is your weekly reading for May 19th to the 25th. We are going to get right into your reading, but first of all, for those of you that are new to my channel, welcome. And for those of you that are returning, welcome back. I want to thank you so very much for all of your continued love and support, for your likes, your shares, your comments, for subscribing to my channel, because without you, I wouldn't be able to do this. So thank you so very much. So for those of you that are connecting with the reading this week, please let me know in the comments. The connection that I do get and the energy that we share it is incredible. So I appreciate that as well. With that being said, I want to get right into your reading. Now, Sagittarius, as you may know, I am also Sagittarius sun sign and do have Sagittarius placements in my birth chart. So I do feel your connection and I do connect with these readings on many different levels. All right, Sagittarius, we are going to get your angel card number and the meaning behind it, and we will reveal it at the end of the reading. All right, so we're going to put that aside and then we will reveal that at the end. See how it ties everything together. All right, this reading is all about your incoming energies. So we are going to start with those incoming energies. We're going to look at the bottom of the deck to get your current energies. So we'll start with that and then we're going to get into the tarot cards to get more meaning and layers to what is happening as we move through the week. We had that major full moon on May 12th in the sign Scorpio. So I don't know about you guys, but I've certainly felt a change in my energy levels, because I know I was sharing with you that I had been feeling a lot like my energy. I was lacking in energy. I do feel a little bit more of a burst of energy. I do kind of feel like I'm evaluating things in my life to a bit bigger extent as well. So, you know, let me know how you have experienced this full moon energy. Sagittarius, incoming energies as we move through this week. What would you like to share? Oh my goodness, why are we feeling hostility? Are we feeling anxious about something? Are we angry about something? Is something festering inside of us? Could be because we want to communicate something. All right, nobody likes to see hostilities, but you know what? Sometimes, hey, let's face it, we're human. Something could just be like we're on the edge because we are so desperately wanting to communicate something. And maybe there's something we feel that we have to hold in. We don't feel free to explore what this is. Number 26, there could be something coming in the energies this week that, you know, you really feel you need to get your voice heard. And when our voice can't be heard, it can fester inside, right? And it can make us feel a little bit upset. It can make us feel anxious and stressed and a little bit out of sorts. So there could be some communications this week that you also could be receiving that might make you feel that way. So what we need to do now, Sagittarius, is find out what on earth those are. Oh my goodness. And did you see how those just fell out? I am going to grab them because I think that they may have something to do with why we are feeling this way. All right. I'm going to put them back in the deck and then we'll read the bottom of the deck. These flew off of the top here. Woman holding a coin. All right. So woman holding a coin is very much earth energy, very independent, very nurturing, but very much, you know, grounded in her energy. She is an earth sign. So she's practical. She sometimes overthinks. So is there something financially that you feel may be holding you back? You know, is there something to do with your finances? There's something to do with that's caused a storm warning. And I think this is something that is bringing out this hostility, and it's making you anxious. Now the storm warning is coming to an end, but I feel like you could be experiencing a little bit of a whirlwind, maybe with your finances, you know, and there's going to be some communications that are going to be required on your part in order to clear the air here. Now let's look at your current energies, because I see that there's a victory here. The yin and the yang is trying to find the balance. It's the balancing of all of those energies. It's the passive and it's the aggressive. It's, you know, it's the feminine and it's the masculine. It's kind of taking those energies and putting them together and trying to figure out how to balance everything out. Now, you have had to have an incredible amount of patience. You've been waiting for divine timing, or you've been waiting for the right timing for something. And I think this brings up some frustration as well, because I think sometimes it just, you almost feel like, how much more patient do I have to be? Like, my goodness, I have given my all to a situation, whether it be emotional, physical, you know, but I'm giving myself so much. So, I'm really working with my own energies to try and find balance. But, you know, I'm kind of getting to a point where I'm a little frustrated with with all the patience that I'm having to endure here. Number 28 is the victory behind it all. So there is a great sense of victory in your current energies. So I feel like something could be coming full circle here for you. But there is a communication, and this is what I'm interested in finding out. Why is it? You know, what is making us feel so displaced? Why are we feeling, you know, we're not ones to really feel anger all the time. You know, we're pretty happy-go-lucky, positive, you know, individuals. So what communication is coming in that's making us feel that way? So let's find out. Spirit, angels, guides. We're going to get the 9 tarot cards, find out a little bit more as to why hostilities, and the 5th chakra, Archangel Gabriel, and the throat chakra. Okay, we've got 1. Look at all the new beginnings here. Wow, that's a good thing. Nice to see. 2 aces flew out for you. And the world, so something is definitely coming full circle. I think you'll be receiving some sort of communications, and I think it's actually going to clear the air for you. I think you've been waiting on something. I think that, again, the waiting game. Okay, we've got the devil in the middle. That's why we feel the hostilities. Some of us are feeling somewhat trapped. We feel as if our hands are tied. Let's see what else there is. Spirit, angels, guides. And then you got the Empress. Wow. These are some this is a very intense reading here. You got the 2 of Cups. Your spiritual connection, partnerships. Could be falling in love. But really, I think it's more to do with your... and then we've got the 5 of Cups. Yeah, something has been disappointing. And you are, you know, you're really trying to figure out how to not feel so trapped. When we feel trapped or confined, or we feel like something is holding us back, whether it's a person, whether it's a situation, being such a free spirit, Sagittarius, you know, that is what causes this this is what festers inside, because we're thinking to ourselves, okay, wait a minute, that is not how I want to feel. That is not how I want to live. I'm not letting anything hold me back here. And the 5th chakra, your throat chakra, is, you know, you have to find your voice. You have to find your voice, and you have to speak how you're feeling. Because if we, again, keep it inside to avoid confrontation, all we're going to do is continue to feel sort of that build up inside. All right, let's get right into these. I want to read all of these cards first, get a feel for them, and then we're going to clarify. So first of all, we are starting with a pretty amazing card here, and that is the Ace of Pentacles, and it is a windfall of abundance. It is also about receiving wise counsel. Now, wise counsel could come from somebody that you trust, but it also could be the wisdom that you hold within yourself as well. But it looks as if there's some good fortune coming your way. Maybe there's a new exciting career opportunity opening up for you. Maybe there's also a new contract, a contract that you know is something that is going to be worth, you know, pursuing. And for others of you, there could be a significant purchase, like a home or a vehicle. So it's saying that as well. So there could be a big purchase coming your way as well. Maybe that's why, you know, when those financial constraints came out, you know, maybe you're feeling a little bit of financial constraints because you're investing into something. The storm warning, again, when we saw that one fall out, that storm is coming to an end. So I feel like you're figuring out with wise counsel, how to achieve these good fortunes. There is a windfall of some sort coming your way. Now, you've also got this beautiful Ace of Cups, and it's a beautiful new emotional experience. So something, there's new emotions that are coming and that are unveiling here. It could be a romantic relationship or a deep friendship. It could just be that bond emotionally that you have with somebody that's special to you. Your psychic abilities are going to be extremely important this week as well. So tapping into your intuition and communication is, I think, the key to everything. In fact, because this is your incoming energies, we don't have to feel that hostility. We do not have to feel that anger in any way. It is something that we can release ourselves from by communicating. And communications is the key to releasing ourselves from any of that. I think there's going to be some spiritual insights that are coming your way this week as well. And I think that is what's really going to help you to communicate more effectively as well. For some of you, you could be looking at purchasing a new home. Again, we see a windfall of abundance, and then we see, a new emotional experience. So I feel like there's something that's really in the beginning phases of bringing some prosperity your way. Now, having the World in your reading at the beginning of the row there, at the end of this first row, there is a brilliant success. So again, that goes hand in hand with the victory. So I think that there is a success coming your way. This is things coming full circle with the World card. It's a joyful time for accomplishment. And this is also freedom. It's a sense of freedom to do whatever you want. And again, maybe with all of this beautiful abundance that's coming in, you are going to free yourself. You're not going to feel so trapped. And you need to be proud of yourself. This didn't just happen by fluke. This has happened because I think that you've had a lot of patience. I think you've had a lot of patience. I think that you have really tried to, I think you've been in the pursuit of trying to figure out how to balance things in your life. This patience card is also about balance. It is the Temperance card. It is you. It actually is you. And I think that you are internally finding your own sense of victory. The second card here is the Nine of Pentacles. Now, this is enjoying the fruits of your labor because you've put so much hard work into something. And I think that in a perfect world, you would like to lead a very luxurious life. And I think that your hard work, your talents, your unique talents, and the gifts that you have are going to allow you to enjoy the fruits of your labor. So I think that this is something that certainly can come into fruition for you. You might this week splurge a little bit. Maybe you'll buy yourself something out of the ordinary, something that you maybe not necessarily would have purchased before. And again, with you buying something special, with this maybe purchase of a new home, or, it's even staying a new home, I feel like there's a lot of home going on here. Are some of you feeling a little hostile because maybe you're feeling a little bit out of sorts emotionally, rather than saying the word hostile, okay? Because that just sounds angry. Maybe you're just feeling a little out of sorts because, things are changing. Maybe you are in the pursuit of finding some sort of a new home. The Nine of Pentacles, she's a very independent person as well. So she could be self-employed again. And you like to be self-employed, or you like to be working independently, whether you work for a corporation, but you work somewhat independently. This is where you strive. And again, Sagittarius, a lot of you, yes, we are happy-go-lucky, but we also really can appreciate the times of solitude as well. Now, with the ego, number 15, the Devil card in the middle of your reading. And it's so interesting because all of this, the Devil card is an illusion. And it is an illusion of being trapped. And you have a couple cards in your incoming energies this week that really is the illusion of being trapped. You by no means are trapped. But if we have that illusion that we think that our hands are tied, that makes us feel a little out of sorts. And it makes us feel a little angry because nobody wants to feel tied down. So accepting responsibility for the situation and then making choices to support your path to happiness is really the key to this. So you're not trapped. It's releasing that fear of feeling trapped. If you feel like somebody around you is controlling the narrative, then you have to figure out how to make some wise decisions to let that part go. That comes down to communication. So if somebody is holding you back from something or a situation, it doesn't even have to be a person, it can be our own thought processes. But if there is something you feel you need to communicate it, and you need to communicate it right away, because then you're going to release yourself from this. And again, I really think that's what that has to do with. I think there's so many new wonderful things happening for you, but you know, it's almost as if you try to question, like, okay, so all this great abundance is coming to me, and then you question, well, why is it coming to me? You know, let's just accept that these wonderful things are coming your way because you've had patience and you've endured a lot. Now the Empress says it's time to take action. So yeah, you need to take the action. You need to make these, you need to accept that responsibility, and you need to communicate, and then you need to make some really, really wise decisions and choices to support your path to happiness. Take that action. Give birth to your dreams. Don't allow your dreams to sit back and just sit on a shelf. Bring those dreams to fruition. Creative projects are going to be very successful because you're putting a lot of hard work and effort into them. And there is abundance and prosperity forecasted with that Empress card. The Two of Cups. It is about falling in love, okay? And it can be. It is about partnerships. It's about spiritual partnerships and spiritual connections. It can be the relationship you have with yourself and really starting to figure out how to love yourself. Forgiveness and the end of challenges. And it's interesting because I think that some of you may have had some challenges with people in your life. Underneath that Two of Cups is the Five of Cups. And that really is sometimes focusing on the negative, and we have to release ourselves from that. The hostilities is the negativity that we sometimes feel when our circumstances are going at a much slower pace than we want. And again, you know what? I think that this is just a reminder that you need to not focus on the negative. You need to bring in that positive energy. Sometimes things don't always turn out the way that we anticipate them to turn out, but sometimes it's because the universe is saying that it's time to give birth to something new. There's a new idea. There's something new that is really forecasted here for you. Everything does happen for reasons, and there could be an emotional experience that you're going through this week that, you know, is going to require you to really try and get a better, deeper understanding of something. There are hidden blessings. They're hidden, but I think that you will. They will reveal themselves this week. And then the Eight of Swords, and again, illusion of entrapment. And I said you've got two cards, and it's an illusion. That means it's not there. It doesn't exist. It exists in our mind only. And what that does is this just feeds upon our confidence, and it makes us feel a little bit less confident. And sometimes because of this, we're afraid to take the action. But right beside that card, you've got the Empress that says it's time to take the action. All of this comes down to you taking responsibility and taking responsibility for your life now. And by doing that and communicating to the universe what you truly want, don't mask it. Be honest with yourself. Be honest with your angels. Be honest with the people around you. And that way, when you're true to yourself and you honor yourself, you're no longer going to feel this energy here. Okay, deep messages this week for you, Sagittarius. But you know, all in all, I'll be honest, this is quite an abundant reading. All right, so let's look at this Ace of Pentacles with the Ace of Cups. Two aces. New beginnings are possible. You have to take the action. You got the Four of Cups. See, there's a magical opportunity waiting for you, but you emotionally block yourself out from it. The universe is saying, okay, Sagittarius, wake up. It's a wake-up call from the universe, and it's saying it's time to wake up, and it's time to see that there is something waiting for you, something pretty extraordinary. This is a miracle. It's being handed to you, and you are not looking at it. So open up your eyes and start to take responsibility for the things in your life that you know will bring you great happiness. The Four of Cups, releasing those cups in front of you that no longer serve you, situations and people that, you know what, why am I putting my effort into things that don't bring me joy and happiness? I need to turn myself around and see the cup that's bringing joy and happiness. Don't block your energy from that. The Ace of Cups and the World. See, there's a brilliant success coming for you. Magical times And wow, another ace. Wow, I guess you need to really keep aces in mind here because you've got a lot of them. The Ace of Wands now. So Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands. It's out with that old energy. Goodbye, old energy. Hello, new energy. I feel inspiration, enthusiasm. I feel confidence. I feel more positive. I am ready to explore the opportunity that I've been blinding myself from or turning my back to. And, you know, things are coming full circle. There is an opportunity presenting itself for you, and this is going to be a very joyful time. There's a huge spiritual development happening within you as well, and I think this is what is helping you to recognize things that are surrounding you as well, because there's a lot of blessings in disguise. Right now, they're not right there in front of you, so sometimes it's hard to believe when you can't see it right in front of you, but it's coming in. Nine of Pentacles and the Devil card. You are not trapped. It's all an illusion, and it's time to move on. It's time to move on, and it's time to have the strength to move away from the emotional disappointments and the emotional things that are preventing you from communicating what it is you truly want. This is moving on to healthier parts of your life and letting go of that illusion of being trapped, whether it's a person or a place or a thing or a situation, a job, you know, responsibilities that aren't yours. Time to move on and let them go. There's better things waiting for you. And even if you don't know exactly what those things are, this card shows how much strength you have to walk through a door that you don't know exactly where it's going to take you. The Devil, number 15, and the Empress, number 3. Let's find out what's happening with that card as well. And you got the Five of Wands, so it's the struggle, right? It's the struggle that you have to release yourself from feeling trapped. So why do you feel that is a struggle for you? You are finding it hard to take the action that's necessary, even though there's success waiting there for you, even though there's abundance and prosperity waiting there for you. What is the struggle? Is it people that are holding you back, or is it your thoughts? Let's find out. Why the Five of Wands? What is the struggle? And it's because you know you have to make a decision. You know you have to make a choice, and you feel like you're blindfolded. You feel at an impasse to make a choice. The choice is yours. Ultimately, the choice is yours. So how do we remove that blindfold so that we can see things clearer and release that struggle? Let's find out. The Two of Cups and the Five of Cups. Feeling a little bit negative, feeling out like things haven't turned out the way that we anticipated, but understanding that there may be some hidden blessings. And the Four of Pentacles, you're holding on to something so tightly that you're not allowing the transformations to take place. So it's really figuring out how to release some of the control, how to release something. You know, we hold on to tightly to things sometimes because we felt disappointments in the past, and that's why we hold on tightly. But there is something that is encouraging you to release something because they want those doors to open, because behind those doors is so much joy and so many blessings. So it's you figuring out what it is you need to do to remove that blindfold, to make choices so that you can release yourself and find happiness. All right, I want to find out with the Five of Cups and the Eight of Swords, the Knight of Swords. I am happy to say there is some sort of message. This is going to come to an end, and it's going to come to an end quickly. The Knight of Swords is very much about communication, and that's that 5, the 5th chakra. This is the fastest moving knight in all of the deck. So we want to see things move at high speed, especially if we're feeling that illusion of entrapment. We don't want to focus on the negative anymore. And I think that this Knight of Swords is going to break you free. It's the information you need to release you from that struggle that you're having of making some sort of a choice or decision. One more for the Knight of Swords. And then what opens up with this message is the Ace of Pentacles, another ace. All right, this is absolutely amazing. Yes, you are going to go through some communications, maybe some misunderstandings. Maybe there's going to be some things that bring out some feelings this week that maybe need to be resolved. But in turn, what it's doing is it's opening up abundance for you, an incredible amount of abundance, because you've got 4 aces in this reading. Watch for this Knight of Swords. It could be somebody in your life that is of air sign, that brings a message into you. Air signs, of course, are going to be your Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, or you could have some of those placements in your chart as well. But it's going to be an energy that moves quickly, and it brings you in an abundant, almost like it feels like a windfall of some sort, whether it's financial, whether it's emotional, whether it's releasing yourself from whatever these miscommunication. There could be a miscommunication as well. And because of that, it makes us feel trapped. But by the end of this, we're releasing ourselves, we're opening up the doors, and we're seeing that there's blessings there and there are new beginnings. All right, incredible, absolutely incredible. It didn't, it started off with a wondering, oh my goodness, what on earth, where is this going to take us? And it took us to some pretty incredible places. So many new beginnings happening for you. These are your angel messages, and they have a few messages for you. It's interesting, you got all blue, and all blue is to do with communications. And of course, your incoming energy here is all about communications. We got the Ace of Michael. It's the Ace of Swords. It says a wonderful new idea. So don't allow bumps in the road to hinder your progress. There are bumps in the road. We see them with the tarot cards, but don't let them hinder anything. Clear up communication problems with others. Any miscommunications, it's time to clear those up, because there's a victory assured there. Five of Michael, there's a situation that does not serve you, and that is that illusion of entrapment. It is those negative energies that that crosses our path. I think that's human nature. There's nobody that is 100% positive all the time. So you know what? By being able to communicate that, you will release yourself from that as well. The situation doesn't serve you, so release your attachment to the outcome. There's a new outcome that's coming in for you. Consider taking a more uplifting approach and bringing in that positive energy. And then the Knight of Michael is that knight right at the end there. Strong and committed, intellectual and diligent. It's time to move quickly. Choose logic over emotion, and there is going to be some sudden changes, and I think these are the sudden changes that are going to bring in a lot of prosperity for you and a lot of abundance for you as well. It's a communication breakthrough this week. All right, Sagittarius, let's get additional messages from your angels. What would you like to share with this beautiful sign? Okay. Don't stop, all right? You keep moving. No matter what, you keep moving. The angels are saying there's something better for you. Absolutely. There is a blessing in disguise here. And it shows through all the aces. There's some beautiful, beautiful new creative venture that's coming your way. Something that's bringing a lot of abundance. It's important to communicate clearly. It's all about communication this week. How you communicate with yourself, with others, with the universe, with your spiritual team, with your faith. And everything is up to you. At the end of the day, if you want to stay at an impasse, you can stay at an impasse and not make a decision. Or you can fight for logic. You can fight for information so that you can remove that blindfold, release yourself from that obstacle and that challenge. Completely up to you. Because you actually have the capability of bringing things to fruition because of your willpower and your strength. Communicate clearly. There is something better waiting for you. And it's all about don't stop. Trust in the process. This is the perfect timing. All right. We're going to now close out your reading. Let's now discover what this card is and see how everything transforms together. Quite exciting. Taking chances, 0303. All right, we ready to take some chances? Ready to take some risks, Sagittarius? Success and knowledge, friendship, impatience. Well, sure, we've been patient enough. Freedom, and optimism. It says, when chances present themselves, seize them and do something out of the ordinary. Whether in your professional or personal life, you will find success and welcoming creative impulses and having faith in your own abilities. Trust in chance and take risks on opportunities that could change your life for the better. See, there's a lot of opportunities. All of those aces are opportunities that the universe is showing you. All right, it's time for you. It's up to you. It's up to you. You want something new, communicate what it is you want, manifest what you want, and bring that success into your life. You can do it. All right, aces, absolutely 100% are your number this week. And any number 3, 33, threes, those are also important numbers as well. Thank you, Sagittarius, for your time today. I truly appreciate it. Until next week, sending love, light, and positive vibes.